seen a lot of change, been through a lot of...
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharon. In case you're new here, karibu. Please make sure to subscribe, comment and give this video a thumbs up. Yes, so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you what to expect the first 6 months after giving birth. Yep, they're not the easiest months, it's not the easiest experience, but as moms we got it. So stay tuned. So you're going to be seeing me looking down because I have my phone here and here's where I have my 2 notes. So yeah, don't mind. I'm going to be sharing my experience, a bit of my experience, and also to if you are a new mom out there or mtarajiwa ama you're waiting, this video can come in handy. So yeah, so the first 6 months. Okay, let's start with the first 3 months. Those are I'd say they are the most difficult 3 months because it's a very new experience, something especially for a first time mom. This is something you've never experienced before. Even if you heard about it, hearing is not enough until you experience you go through that experience. So as of now, my baby is 10 months and 2 weeks. Yeah, 10 months, 2 weeks here, around there. And what a word of encouragement is that it gets better. So hang in there if you're a new mom or if you're a waiting mom, it gets better. So don't give up, don't stress. Be careful not to fall into depression like that. No, depression is the ghetto. Be careful. Just try your best to stay sound minds and to be positive and like have hope and faith that it will get better, because it does. So on to the first point. Let's start with emotional changes and challenges. Like emotionally, how do you feel emotionally? And the challenges you face emotionally, because now suppose you're okay, it's your first time having a baby and you and your partner have never experienced this experience, and now you have this little tiny person who has just joined your homestead, and she or he, the baby is 100% dependent on you, on the both of you. But mostly it's the baby is always dependent on the mother because of things like breastfeeding and such. Yeah, so emotionally, what do I say about emotions? Because you don't start loving the baby when she or he arrives. Yes, you begin to love the baby the minute you conceive, the minute you are aware that you are pregnant. That's when you start changing emotionally. And as for me, I'd say emotionally, I didn't have any challenges. Actually, we got closer with daddy, I mean my husband. Emotionally we bonded a lot. Yeah, and things were okay throughout the journey. Things were just fine. There was no emotional challenge, other than maybe those times when you feel so overwhelmed, especially the 3rd trimester, when you're so tired and you feel overwhelmed. I'd say he was there, like he understood the challenges, and he knew how to execute certain things whenever I was maybe moody or something. Yeah, but emotionally there's no much change or challenge, because when the baby comes, you have no otherwise other than to love them and accept them and take care of them. Otherwise, there's nothing much. You just have to be there for the baby, and that's enough for the emotional part. Yeah, so on to the second challenge. I'd say there is a challenge. The sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation. So this is kawaida for every parent, a mom or a dad. This is totally normal to feel deprived of sleep, because when this baby arrives, especially the first 3 months are so challenging, because you see, it's a newborn. I'm going to be giving examples with she. It's a newborn. The baby doesn't know the difference between day and night. So you'll find the baby sleeping and waking up anytime. She doesn't know you're supposed to sleep longer at night. And even if she can sleep longer at night, she'll still wake up to feed, because they can't go long without feeding. Yeah, in as much as you try to sleep, for me, sleep training didn't work, and it's difficult. Especially the first weeks. Let me say the first 3 months, because you are healing as a mom. You're not as strong because you're still healing, like your body is still swollen and all that. Your body is adjusting to this new breastfeeding thing, so you find yourself, you're tired. So many things happen at one moment, and in as much as it's happening, you have to accommodate this little tiny person, because when she wakes up at night, you have to feed her, burp, then put her back to sleep. As for me, I remember it will take even 2 hours at night, feeding her, burp, then soothe her to sleep. And it's so tiring, because especially if you have a back problem, or I don't know if it's normal for everyone to have a back problem, but you find it, your back is aching, your legs are swollen, you have not slept well, like maybe during the day or throughout the night you don't sleep long enough, so you feel dizzy and all that. It's so much happens, but the first 3 months you just have to wing with whatever happens, just wing with it. Yeah, it gets better eventually, because after 4-5 months the baby can now start sleeping throughout the night, because I remember Bella started sleeping throughout the night at 5 months. Yes, from 5 months she was sleeping throughout the night until around 9 months she started waking up at 5 to breastfeed, then she sleeps. Yeah, until now she wakes up at 5:30, and I'm totally okay with that, because it's better rather than waking up every 2 hours to breastfeed. So I don't mind her waking up at 5, and it's just to feed. So other than that, a tip on how you can control sleep deprivation is, personally what I used to do, because it's not always when the baby sleeps you can sleep. Sometimes you don't have sleep, sometimes you have work to do, sometimes you have other things to do. So we will spend she would wake up like early in the morning. She would wake up at 6, feed, then go back to sleep at 7. So when she wakes up at around 6ish, I will stay in bed with her until she falls back to sleep. Then I'd wake up at around 8, have breakfast, do anything I'm supposed to do, maybe shower, do and all that. Then by 9 she's up again. So by this time it's only breastfeeding. So you breastfeed, play with her kidogo, then put her back to sleep. So throughout the day I'd watch, spend the time with her. Yeah, I never used to sleep during the day. Then at 5, when she's having her last nap of the day, which was around 5, she still does until today. She sleeps. She takes her last nap of the day at 5, and 5 to around 6:30. That's when she wakes up for now the evening routine. So I'd sleep with her at 5. Then when she wakes up, we now start the evening routine. Yeah, so that's enough time for me. Like, it's 1 to 2 hours of sleep. Now from there, she's going, after waking up at 6:30, breastfeeds. Now I can give her, she can spend time with her father now, and I have my own time until bedtime. So if you can just sleep with your baby, maybe in the same bed, so that when she wakes up, you breastfeed, continue sleeping. Okay, that worked for me, and yeah. So the other thing is managing demands of a newborn. It's not easy. It's not easy. And in this case, I'm talking about first-time moms. It's not easy managing the demands of a newborn. Like, babies are so demanding, especially when they are new. You just gave birth. Remember, this baby knows nothing and is 100% dependent on you. So you have to breastfeed this baby, soothe her when she cries, burp her after feeding, make sure you change the diaper, what else? Put her to sleep, and so many other things. Like, every minute you have something to do for the baby. Every minute, if not breastfeeding, you're pumping, it's a lot. It's a lot, especially if you don't have help. It can be overwhelming, and this is where most moms fall into depression. But I'm here to encourage you that you can control it and it's manageable. Like, you can do it. I did it. I didn't have help for the first maybe April, May, June, July, August, September. For the first 5 months, I didn't have help. I used to do everything by myself, and I managed. I never fell into depression or anything. Yeah, I'll just say I managed until 5 months. That's where I got a nanny, because now the baby will be up for a longer a longer period. She doesn't want to be left alone, so I have things to do, and you can't just put her down. So that's when I got a nanny, and for a few months, then I let her go, because now I can manage doing my own things with the baby. Now, kwanza that she's crawling, I can do my own work without worrying about her so much. Managing the demands of a newborn, you just wing it as a parent. Like, you are not ready for this. And even if you are, maybe it comes the way you had not expected. So you just swing with it. If she wants to breastfeed. Don't keep your baby waiting. If the diaper is wet, change it immediately. Like, other things can wait, but first attend to the baby. Because if you keep her waiting, if you don't breastfeed her because you're doing something else, she'll keep crying. If you don't change the diaper because you're doing something else, she will get diaper rash. So just the priority is the baby at this newborn stage. Nothing else is important other than the baby. Yeah, that's it for that point. So So the other thing is dealing with postpartum recovery. Now this is another challenge. Recovering is difficult, especially if you are a CS mom. Recovering is, especially if you're a first-time mom and you gave birth via CS, it's so difficult because personally I hate pain. No one likes pain or anything, but personally I hate pain. So the fact that you go through that surgery and then they send you home in a span of 3-4 days to recover, and you have a newborn, oh my goodness, it's so difficult. Now to add on that, if you don't have help, that is now difficult, 10 times difficult. So if it's possible, it's okay to have help, ask for help, especially if you are a CS mom. Don't strain. Even if I didn't have help, the first month I had help. Like, I never used to do anything other than breastfeed. The first month was just, and still I used to feel tired, and I had help. I don't know if it's the breastfeeding, my body was just adjusting. I think it's normal. I don't know. Yeah, I never used to strain, but I will still feel tired because I think it's the breastfeeding and the body adjusting. Now going back to normal, now that I'm not pregnant anymore. But after the first month, now I felt a bit strong and I used to do my chores. Not everything, but whenever I would, wherever I would, I used to do that for myself. And also getting equipments like washing machine. They come through so much. So much, especially if you don't have help. If you can't afford that, it's okay, just wing it. Don't stress yourself, especially if you're a CS mom. Oh my goodness, just take time to heal, especially the first month. That wound is still fresh, and the doctors usually say that you're going to heal within the first 3 months, but I think it takes a bit longer. So just make sure you take your time, a step at a time. Every month it gets better, so don't stress yourself the first month. Like, just go step by step by step, and by the 6th month you'll feel a bit better and you can do a little bit more. So the first 3 months, don't stress yourself. Ask for help if it's possible. If you can't afford that, don't stress. Don't strain yourself too much. Like, don't bend too much. If you are using your hands to wash clothes, make sure you put them somewhere you're not bending too much. If it's maybe washing the house, use a mop. Don't strain too much. Please don't, because it has consequences. Yeah, so I have other 2 points: importance of self-care and adjusting to the new routine. Now, when it comes to adjusting, I'd say it takes time. Like, slowly you just find yourself, you're in this motherhood stage where nobody prepared you for, but you are here and winging it, and it's just going smoothly. I can't say I had a difficult time adjusting, but I'll just say with time everything gets better, and with time you just find yourself, you are able to accommodate everything that is happening, and now that the baby is here and you have your partner there, everything just gets better over time. On adjusting to new routines, you see, when I think the process of pregnancy, like the 9 months, those 9 months, the way they progress, a month by a month by a month, they prepare you for the newborn stage. Because by the time you are in your 3rd trimester, you feel so tired and you don't want to go out as much because you are tired, you are heavy, you are swollen, you just want the baby out. I remember the 3rd trimester, you just can't wait to hold your baby. And I think that pregnancy period prepares you for motherhood. So by the time you are in your 3rd trimester and now you've given birth, now you are in the newborn stage, like that trimester prepares you for the newborn stage, because even after giving birth, you feel tired, you also don't want to go out as much, you just want to bond with your baby. Yeah, so during this stage, don't make sure, if it's okay, like usijiachilie sana. If you can call someone to do your hair or your nails in the house, it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to, do those self-care routines. Maybe you can do your little facial in the house. Yeah, do your hair. Usijiachilie sana. That is if it's okay with you. But as a first time you become so dedicated to the newborn that you tend to forget about yourself, and it's normal if it does feel that way. Like, it's okay, no pressure, don't allow anything to pressure you, just take a step at a time. I remember when when I came from the hospital, my hair was so bad and I didn't want to do my hair because I'm still in pain, like I don't want to go out, and I was wondering, if I do my hair, where am I going anyway? So I stayed with my shaggy hair until the time we were about to go for the prenatal visit. So that's when I decided to call someone to do my hair. And like, if it was not for that prenatal visit, I would have never done my hair until I was like okay with doing it. So I called someone to do my hair, I called someone to do my nails, and that's it. And it's only a visit for like 1 hour and you're back to the house. I didn't have any other business going out, so most of the time I was just in the house with the baby, and that's it. So if you're a new mom out there, just take it a step at a time, a day at a time. It gets better. Just keep adjusting to the new you and the newborn baby. Like, just don't pressure yourself. If you don't feel like you want visitors, it's okay. It's okay to put it out there. If you feel like you don't want to host anyone, it's okay to tell them, give me time, I'll tell you when I'm ready. Like, it's okay. Don't allow anything to stress you, don't allow anything to pressure you. Just concentrate with your baby and yourself, and that's enough for at least for the first 3 months, for you to adjust to the new parenting journey. Then by the time 3 months are getting over, now you are totally in that motherhood stage. Now your priority is only the baby, if the baby is okay, and that's it. So I'm going to end this video there. I hope you liked it. Please remember to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to this channel. I highly appreciate your support, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.